This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening, I'm Karen Harch. Nolan Johannes has the night off. Well, we did not have a white Christmas, but we sure have plenty of the white stuff to start off the new year. Northeastern and central Pennsylvania has been hit by a major winter storm. In a moment, meteorologist Tom Clark will tell us how much snow is on the ground. But first, this is what many of you woke up to this morning, clearing off the cars so you can get to work. Those who have this day off for the holiday were able to just leave their cars and let the snow creep up to the doors. But if you did have to travel, you know that the roads got worse as the day wore on. As many of us tried to crawl down the highway, the snowplows were out in force trying to keep up with the snow that was coming down. Center Street in downtown Pottsville is typical of what our area looks like today, a winter wonderland. For the kids who had today off from school for the holiday, it was a chance to earn some spending money by shoveling neighbors' sidewalks. And of course, the bright side to a winter storm, as here in South Scranton, when everyone becomes a kid again, you can grab a sled and swoosh down a snow-covered hill. Well, is the storm over? Is there more to come? And how much did we get? Our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark, is in the backyard now with the answers. Tom?
Thank you, Karen. Just an incredible snowstorm still coming down in the backyard. We got hit by not one, but two storms. One came up the coast last night, but the storm that gave us the most snow was one that came in from the west, which is still bearing down on Pennsylvania. Let me show you some of the amounts that have been reported up to this point. Now, the heaviest amounts have been falling down in the Sunbury and Selinsgrove area. 15 inches of snow down that way. And out by State College, 12 inches of snow, about a foot of snow in Bloomsburg. Williamsport has picked up a foot of snow. Pottsville to Allentown, 5 to 7. Mountaintop, Hazleton, 9 to 10. 10 inches here in the backyard. The Poconos up to Forest City, 9 to 10. Dewshore, Sullivan County, 13 inches of snow up that way, and 9 to 10 inches of snow on the ground now across the northern tier counties of Pennsylvania. Temperatures tonight will be staying in the 20s, and so road conditions will remain quite slippery. Karen, I'll be letting you know how much more we're going to get out of this storm later on.
Okay, thanks, Tom. If you drove the Pennsylvania Turnpike today, you know that it was not easy going with all of the snow. Newswatch 16's Dan Fiorucci tells us what the Turnpike Commission had to do to deal with the heaviest snowfall of the year.
So you think you've got problems shoveling your sidewalk? Well, how would you like to have to keep this thing clear of snow? The Pennsylvania Turnpike. It runs for 470 miles up and down and clear across the state. That's why the Turnpike was busy using $300,000 worth of end loaders to load 6,000 tons of salt onto $2 million worth of dump trucks. All that to keep just 1/5 of the Turnpike clear, the 100-mile stretch between Quakertown and Wyoming Valley.
Well, today it'll be 16 hours until I go home again, then they'll have a fresh crew come in.
All that equipment requires up to 100 operators on 16-hour shifts for the duration of the storm.
It's tough. It's a lot harder than you think driving a plow truck for 16 hours. You don't get much of a break except for a sandwich or a cup of coffee, and then you're right back out again.
Despite the 16-hour shifts, despite trucks plowing the Turnpike 3 abreast, it was an uphill battle to try to keep the Turnpike clear. Turnpike officials say that if not for a maintenance program that keeps 95% of their trucks in working order, today's storm might have been impossible to deal with. Dan Fiorucci, Newswatch 16, Whitehaven.
A lot of meetings and events scheduled for tonight have been canceled because of the snow, the biggest at the Kirby Center in Wilkes-Barre. The Culture Society Film Festival is postponed until Sunday night. And remember, many area communities have declared snow emergencies. That means no parking on designated streets. When Newswatch 16 continues, we'll tell you how Scranton police broke up what they say was an attempted bank robbery. Plus, more people feared dead, people from our area, in a major hotel fire in Puerto Rico, while investigators look for a cause.
What irresistible force has emptied the streets, the shops, the homes of this Burger King town? This Burger King offer, the 99-cent Whopper. For a limited time, our juicy plain-broiled Whopper, fixed just the way you want it, costs just 99 cents. Now, more than ever,
this is a Burger King town. We know how burgers should be. gotten weather that cold, man, I want to be prepared with an all-weather Delco Freedom battery. Even flash frozen with sub-zero liquid gas. Delco comes through, start after start. Just remember, Delco is the world's leading producer of maintenance-free batteries.
A 60-month AC Delco battery is on sale for $48.50. With a $5 rebate from AC Delco, your final cost is $43.50.
Let's go back out to the backyard once again to meteorologist Tom Clark. Busy day for you.
Yes, Karen, it has, but a very interesting day for the meteorologist to track these storm systems. I thought it would have ended by now, but it's still coming down out back here in Avoca. It's all because of that secondary storm passing right over Pennsylvania, and we'll take a look at that on the satellite view in just a moment. My weather watchers on duty tonight include Ryan and Kyle Razor in Milford, Pike County. 26 degrees at their place, 7.5 inches of snow there now, and it's still coming down. In Tweedsville, Rick Spots has 30 degrees and 8 inches of snow on the ground. It has ended snowing down there. And in Powys, Ray Gare, or K Gare, has 9 inches of snow out that way, 28 degrees, and still snowing lightly. And what just a great day for the kids to be out in the sleds. I know my little girl, Kristen, was out today sledding, and just a great snowpack for sledding and skiing. 28 out back. Humidity, 90%. The wind northwest at 12, and the barometer is rising from 29.58. By the way, those kids are sledding along Elk Street in Scranton today. 31 and 28 was the range here today. 58 degrees on this date back in 1930, and a year ago today, cloudy skies and 40 degrees. A satellite view, kind of a close-up of the northeast with Pennsylvania in the center of the screen. The brighter clouds indicate where the heavier snowfall has been occurring. Now this indicates the coastal storm that came up last evening and dumped a few inches of snow on northeastern and central Pennsylvania. But it was a secondary storm out across Ohio that was coming in. And we put the clouds into motion. Look at the heavier cloud band over central Pennsylvania where the heaviest snow has been falling today. But meantime, the coastal storm kind of raced away and didn't leave us with much snow at all. There's the view there. The coastal storm still intact up off of Cape Cod. But this is a storm in the upper atmosphere, a puddle of very cold air helping to sustain upward motion in the atmosphere. So you're lifting very moist layers of air, and so the snow continues over the northern half of the Channel 16 viewing area. Still heavy snow across much of New York State, 10 inches now on the ground in Binghamton, upwards to 10 inches in Albany, and heavy snow falling all across New England. Slowly but surely, both of these storm systems, which are now beginning to merge, will be moving up towards the northeast, and that will allow some drier air to come in. There is a high-pressure system out in the Midwest which will come in and promise the return of sunshine over the weekend. But we do have some more snow yet to go. North of this dashed line from Wilkes-Barre, Scranton on up to the north, another 1 to 3 inches of snow is likely between now and 10 o'clock. I think by then the snow will be tapering down over the northern part of the viewing area. But temperatures cold tonight as northwesterly winds pick up behind the storm systems. 21 in Pleasant Mount, 24 in Plymouth tonight. Mahanoy City, 22 degrees, where it's just cloudy now. 24 in Jersey Shore, and the breeze, the wind from the northwest at 5 to 15 overnight tonight. And the sun will be coming up tomorrow morning behind a cloud deck at 7:30, and the sunset at 4:47. We may see a little bit of that. So the snow for another few hours yet tonight. It will become increasingly windy, some blowing snow. Cloudy, just some flurries tomorrow. The storm will be over by daybreak. No accumulations tomorrow, 28 for the high. And then some clearing tomorrow night and a nice day on Sunday, Karen. Another storm should miss us on Monday. So now I'm coming in.
Okay. I think you've had your fill of the snow. Come on.
Okay.
Let's leave the land of the snow, at least through the magic of satellites, and head west for some hot sun and sand. How about a party? Mike Stevens will take us to a Nittany Lion victory celebration next as Newswatch 16 continues.
For coupons in Price Chopper's big 8-page newspaper insert this week for better bargains on holiday items like these. Save on Wilson Corn King Franks. Get better meat savings on fresh ground beef. Save on sweet, juicy watermelon, and save on a 10-pound bag of charcoal briquettes. Also get a 3-pound box of P&R elbow macaroni, just 98 cents. And 2 liters of Pepsi-Cola, only 79 cents. Get better bargains on all your holiday needs at Price Chopper, 24 hours a day.
Well, the Fiesta Bowl matchup between Penn State and Miami is still a few hours away, but Nittany Lions fans in Arizona for the big game are already celebrating. Mike Stevens met some of those folks today on the Penn State road to the Fiesta Bowl. Here's his satellite report on the fans who will see the game in person.
Parties and football games seem to go together, and for a lot of folks from northeastern and central Pennsylvania, that was the thing to do today. Mixed in with the food, though you couldn't see it, was the seasoning of a national championship to add spice to the party.
I would say that we've been sweating it out for 3 days, wishing it was over already, and we have the national championship in our hands, but we're going to do it tonight, so we'll take care of that.
While the band played on, I looked for some predictions about the outcome. Father Thomas Schanfelt of Jim Thorpe thought it'd be close.
I think Penn State in a real close game, maybe something like 27-23, something like that.
Others, like Bob Skruitsky of Chase, thought the margin wouldn't be that close.
I don't think so. 10 points, Penn State.
A few points or a lot. The margin may differ. No one here, though, had a doubt as to the winner.
Number 1.
I'm Mike Stevens, Newswatch 16 in Scottsdale via satellite on the Penn State road to the Fiesta Bowl.
The Sports Watch is next with Albie Oxenrider, and Tim Carlson has one final Fiesta Bowl preview live via satellite from Arizona.
My lips are sealed with chapstick. Chapstick, please. Will that be cash? Just put it on my bill.
My lips are sealed with chapstick.
Put on the Plus.
Now, help prevent dry, chapped lips with new Chapstick Petroleum Jelly Plus. Plus aloe, plus lanolin, plus a special angled tip. New Chapstick Petroleum Jelly Plus.
Put on the Plus.
Well, our team has been in Arizona all week. They're missing this snowstorm. Boy, too bad.
Tim's got his sunglasses on. I told him to be ready. Actually, we were going to call Tim because I was in a snow ditch today, and he might have had to fly back. We wouldn't ask him to do that, though. This is it. 5 hours from now, we'll have a new national champion in college football. Kickoff, 8 o'clock Eastern time, which is 6 o'clock Tempe time. And standing by in that mountain time zone for another live satellite report is Tim Carlson with his sunglasses. Tim, we're all set except for the snow. How about you?
Well, I took the sunglasses off so you could see my beautiful face, so you have to forgive my squinting a little bit. But, you know, both teams are all set. As a matter of fact, Albie, they just showed up here at Sun Devil Stadium about 15 minutes ago. A police escort, the sirens blaring, and I guess it all comes down to playing the game. So we thought you'd like to see some final thoughts and analysis.
If I have a good night, then I feel that hopefully I'll be able to spark some people to have a good night. But I don't feel that, you know, if I go out and have an off night, I don't think that you know, I think there'll be people that'll be able to make up the slack.
It's going to be up to me and the secondary, you know, come up to make the great run support that we're going to need out of it, you know, the corners, and don't give up the big plays in the passing game.
I think if we play our game plan, then we can take control of any ball game as long as we stick to our game plan and everyone does their job.
We're just taking it just like at Oklahoma. With running the veer, you have to be disciplined and take one step at a time with the veer. Make sure I have to make sure the fullback is stopped. Danny have to stop the quarterback, and the cornerback have to come with the running back.
Compared to Alabama, they do a lot of different things, but I think we are well prepared for them, so we play our game.
I don't feel there's going to be any pressure on me. You know, there's so many talented athletes out there on my side of the ball that I don't have to feel that I got to get the job done myself.
Anytime you're going against a guy of that caliber, you can't, it's just automatic that you get yourself worked up and you get yourself ready to go. Because if you don't, you know, things don't turn out too well.
A lot of times in the ball game, you know, they'll be concentrating on bringing in nickel people and extra people to stop the pass. So if we can slip an occasional draw in there that can break the good yardage, it really helps the passing game out.
I don't think anybody would match up well with their wideouts.
He said it. I'm glad he said it, because that's the way, that's our attitude. I don't know if he's trying to blow smoke at us or what, but that's our attitude if he wants to know, or whoever wants to know. When we step on the field, you can bring anybody. You can bring the Raiders or Lester Hayes, the best defensive backs in the world. But that's our attitude, and that's the attitude we got to have. We got to have the attitude that there's nobody in the country that can stop us now.
They're good. They're fast. They're big. You know, they're prototype wide receivers, and we're just gonna have to do, you know, the best job that we can on them.
One big play in a kicking game can do a lot of things for a football game.
There is one dominant thought in their minds, and that's to prepare themselves in the best way possible to play as well as they possibly can play.
Any questions about wearing blue uniforms in a ball game? We don't play any better with white, or we play any better with blue. So I don't have any problems with that. I think, you know, whether we are blue or white, we're flashy either way.
We certainly hope Penn State will be flashy with those blue uniforms tonight, and that's what they will be wearing tonight, as a matter of fact. I guess it's time for a prediction, Al. What do you think? Okay.
You know, because I don't want to bet against my heart here. I'm going to go with the Penn State Nittany Lions by 4 points.
All right, I'm going to give you a prediction. I'm even going to tell you how the game's going to end. How's that? I think Penn State will win 31-28. Massimo Manca will kick a 25-yard field goal with 4 seconds to go to win the game. How's that?
Tim, you know something we don't know?
No, I just dreamt about it last night, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I tell you, it's amazing how the Penn State players are taking this thing very conservatively, and those Miami players are ready for action. They really think they're going to do it.
Don't be fooled, though. I think Penn State is really fired up, and when they come out, they're going to be looking to hit hard and play a good ball game. Watch the running game tonight for Penn State. I think that's going to be the big factor.
I like your prediction, too.
All right, buddy, that's it. Live via satellite here from Tempe, Arizona. And don't forget our big post-game wrap-up coming up tomorrow afternoon on the 6 o'clock Sports Watch.
We'll be ready. Enjoy the game, Timmy.
See you later.
Okay. Today's snow might have changed plans a bit for area Penn State fans, but some of the local bars and restaurants are still hoping for a big night. Sports Watch 16's Tom Tidy is now live at the station complex in Wilkes-Barre. Tom?
Albie, you're right. They are hoping. I just want to say, I wish Tim would think about his predictions a little bit more. Wow. Here at the station complex in Wilkes-Barre, they're hoping that the snow hasn't deterred too many people from coming out and watching the Fiesta Bowl on the big screen. Now, I met up with a person today that won't be going to any Fiesta Bowl parties tonight. As a matter of fact, she'll probably be asleep by halftime. Meet 18-month-old Lorena Gimble of Plymouth. She is a new but dedicated Penn State fan.
Well, it started about 18 months ago with Lorena, my daughter. But for my husband and I, we've been Penn State fans a long time, many years. She just started because whenever there's a Penn State game on TV or on the radio, or when her dad and I are going to the games, she just is involved all around. So I guess she just got herself involved that way.
Lorena, who's going to win the game tonight?
Point. Say Penn State. Say Penn State. And say we'll still love them even if they don't win, right?
Probably the youngest and most definitely the cutest cheerleader on the Penn State squad. That's all from the station complex in Wilkes-Barre. This is Tom Tidy, live with the Instacam in Wilkes-Barre. Albie, back to you.
I'm glad to see they have their priorities in order. I see 16 behind you on the screen there.
Oh, definitely.
Now,
Nothing
I heard
else.
that little
Nothing
girl
else.
say Penn State.
Penn State 30, Miami 17.
Okay, Tom. Thanks a lot. Careful driving back, too. And that will do it for the Sports Watch. Of course, we'll have all the latest on the game tonight.
Oh, sure. She was a cutie,
yes,
too.
She was.
Boy. And that is Newswatch 16 for this Friday. Be sure to join us tonight on the update when we'll try to come up with something of interest for those of you who will not be watching the Penn State game. For the team, including Nolan, who has the night off, thanks for joining us. Enjoy your evening and enjoy the game.